Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this unboxing video on a Monday, that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. But as usual, I'm going to turn it into a bit of a guessing game, and to be honest, it's a bit of a bonus this week because I've got two to unbox. However, they are both the same character and indeed the same figure. And I've got to be a bit honest, the boxed one I've had for a couple of weeks now, maybe a bit longer. But I actually found out and realised that the box was still sealed, so very lucky with that. And so I needed a loose one as well to be able to do a video on, so I've had to source and find a loose one, which I've managed to do. So I'm going to unbox both of them right now then. And okay, so this is the boxed version, so we can tell straight away that it's not a huge box. It is a Japanese exclusive figure. It is, however, not an exclusive use of a new mold, so it's an existing, or it was released by Hasbro at exactly the same time, shall we say. This particular figure came out in 1988, so that means it was part of the Super God Master Force toy line. And yeah, they used a lot of the molds which Hasbro were using and just redecorated them, like Buster and Hydra, Ranger, Minerva, of course, all some of the main ones. But they also did some other ones as well with the not so well known or main characters. And I suppose this is one of them, although this little toy, the little figure that it is rather, is a brilliant little figure. And just a little bit of story about this before I sort of go any further, and I discussed this on my live just recently, that there's a load of great forums out there, and there's a load of great places where you can actually do things like, which is exactly what this is. This was a trade. This was a trade with Adam Graham, funnily enough, who's a channel member. And I had some figures that he wanted, doubles, and he had some figures that I wanted, so we did a trade. And as I said, I'm very lucky that this particular one here it was sealed. The other two, I did a 3 trade with him, and the other 2 I've already shown on here. Weren't, they were open, so I was able to open them up and get them out and indeed do videos on them. But I suppose this gives you an idea that it's not very big, isn't it? So this is what the other one is boxed in. It's not Applied Nutrition at all. There's actually a figure in there. So yeah, so it's one of 3 figures, obviously, which I've just sort of given away slightly there. There was 3 Autobots and there was 3 Decepticons. They all had the same gimmick as what this is. It was a great gimmick. As I say, the whole figure itself was brilliant. I would love an update of this figure. I can't think of an actual update of this particular figure or a reuse of it. I know that they did one in Dark of the Moon though, which is of course a movie figure, but it was completely, the alternate mode is pretty much exactly the same as what the alternate mode is with this. And yeah, it's a shame because he's a great figure. So 1988, he's an Autobot. He's one of 3. And he's a redeco to what you're used to seeing. And I'm not sure if you're going to get his name because his name's just so different. But the boxed version is here. This is Hardspark, which is of course a redeco of Guzzle. And as I say, I was incredibly surprised to see that it was still sealed. But as everybody knows on this channel and friends of the channel and people who watch for a long time, I love to be able to do videos on especially the Japanese one so I can show people them. And yes, my camera is sliding down, so let's pull it back up a little bit. I need to get a new tripod, don't I? So here is the loose one, and you'll see just how vastly different it is. Typically, as you can see, my room, I'm just in the current process of swapping and moving a few things around. I've got the Hasbro one here I can show you as well. So this is the Japanese one, so it looks normal, or perhaps it's a bit of a better gunmetal grey on the top, but the main difference is the bottom. So you can see now there's a huge difference there. The only other one I've got to hand is, oh no, it is a different colour. It's more of a green on the top. This isn't doing it any justice, I'm so sorry. But I will of course do a proper video to show you the differences between them. So this is, I'm not sure if it works, I'm not even going to try, not in this particular video, but yeah, so this is, his Japanese name was Hardspark, and I will do a video on him hopefully for later on. Anyway, let me know if you got it. It was a bit tough, this one, and maybe the Dark of the Moon give it away, but I hope you enjoy playing anyway, and I'll do a video on him later. Take care.